All right, thank you for coming today. Welcome to the 6th and 7th lectures in the 2011-2012 English Lecture Series. Today we have a double header. We have two lectures. First will be Masanobu Nakatsugawa talking about graduate education in America. And then our second speaker is Dr. Pat O'Brien. He's an American Studies specialist at Hokai Gakuen. And he will be speaking about the long leftward march in American graduate education. So each speaker has up to 45 minutes, and then we will switch speakers, and then we'll save the questions for the end. All right? Let's start with Masa. Thanks.
I'm very sick today, so I'm going to use my microphone. It's my honor to present it to a distinct audience today. My name is Masanobu Nakatsugawa. Actually, I'm a graduate of OUC, and I graduate school in OUC as well. And my lecture is about general introduction of graduate school in America. So some of the students, especially like international students, get bored, but I hope you enjoy the presentation. Okay. So graduate education in America is really too broad. So I'd like to focus on three parts, which is admissions, school life, and graduation. At the beginning of the presentation, I'd like to explain how to apply for the graduate school in America. So some of you are interested in applying for other graduate school, so I would like to introduce the parts. Okay, beforehand, why graduate school in America? Any answers? Any ideas? Adi?
Because it's a huge country and English speaking.
English speaking? Why not German or Australia? Austria University in the US.
Austria is the native tongue is German, and English is the most common language. So.
Yeah, so as most of you know, that English is one of the most widely used language in the world, and of course, US has lots of good facilities, and so it's not secret that a graduate degree is more prestigious than an undergraduate degree, and this fact is not lost on companies and institutions when we seek new employees, right? So those with master's or doctor's degree poised on to earn significantly higher salaries than those with a bachelor's degree. So I think it's career advantage, both tangible and intangible, really beneficial for us. Anyway, so how to apply for PhD and master's degree in America? At first, we have to work on listing graduate schools. There are tons of master's and doctor's courses in America, so we have to list all of the graduate schools that we are interested in. And check the requirements. Of course, there are many requirements. Which is TOEFL score. Those who are non-native speakers of English, we have to take a TOEFL course. And most of the graduate school require 600 for paper-based and 100 for internet-based test. It's really difficult. And some of the graduate school required us to submit a GR score, which is mathematics and vocabulary, and most of the graduate school require around 1,000 to 1,200 or something. Yes, I've never taken this before, so I'm not sure. And of course, statement purpose, why I'm interested in this school. That's an important part. And of course, recommendation letters. Most of the grad school ask us to submit 3 recommendation letters. So when I applied for my master's degree, I asked Dr. Clankie, since he is my supervisor for my master thesis, and Takai Sensei, because he's my seminar teacher, and one from White House, because I work for interpreters there. So I asked 3 of them to write recommendation letters. And with CV, which is currently IT, we have to write the CVs and we have to update the CVs. So it's kind of biexual in Japanese. And okay, so once I have accepted some of the graduate school, I have to decide the graduate school because we can't go to graduate schools, right? So to consider financial aid, and in America there are many financial aids there, which is TAs, RAs, and scholarships. And TA is teaching assistant, and RA is research assistant, and scholarship, which is Rotary Foundation and Fulbright, the most famous scholarship, I guess. And of course, ranking, Harvard, Stanford. There are many famous universities in America, but we have to consider financial problem as well, because Harvard, Stanford, those really prestigious university, the tuition are really expensive. And of course, how much research have been done in that faculty and how many faculties there, and whether they require a good program. So we have to consider those problems. And I decided to go Southern Illinois University, which is really suburb of Illinois. And Dr. Clankie graduated from that university as well. And some of other professors in this university and other university in Hokkaido graduated from this university. Okay, so number of students are approximately 19,200. And guess what? How much tuition they asked to pay? Any ideas?
$10,000.
$1,000? $10,000 per year? 20,000? Approximately $21,000 per year, which is 178,500 yen per year. It's really expensive, right? And of course, that's for tuition, so it's only school fees and tuition. So we have to pay dorms and living costs as well. It's going to be approximately $8,000. So in total, it's going to be around $30,000 per year. But fortunately, I got TAs, with the Japanese instructors, and I taught Japanese 131 and Japanese 321 and Japanese 360. Japanese 131 is for elementary Japanese, and I taught from hiragana to desu, masu form. And 300 level is a speaking and writing Japanese, so it's quite a advanced class. And also I taught English in ESL, their Center for Language Studies at the linguistic department, and I taught there. And next to my city, there is a Japanese factory from Nagoya, and I taught English to those employees as well. So this is my, I think it's 100 level, and this is 300 level class. Okay, so since there are some international students here, I would like to introduce what I taught in that class. Okay, translate the following statements. One, I play tennis. What about Andy? Andy.
1ぐらい、1分間テニスをした。
1 hour.
About 1時間ぐらいテニスをした。
はい、very good. 1時間ぐらい。What about 4 6 hours? What about your name? Next to Andy.
Thomas. 6時間寝ました。
はい、6時間寝ました。Very good. Sachi, I read a book for 2 hours every day. So I read. 私は
毎日2時間本を見ます。
はい、very good. So, for non-native speaker of Japanese, it's really hard to translate to Japanese like for about 2 hours, for 6 hours, or 2 hours, or whatever. So I taught that class. I think it's for 100 level class. I taught those kind of Japanese in America. And of course, like I said before, I taught ESL. As you can see here, most of the teachers are native speaker of English, and I'm the only instructor from other countries. So many of the students ask me about grammar. About grammar, I can, explain grammar because I learned that way. But some of them ask me about which is natural or which is authentic phrases. It's beyond my skills. So it's really hard for me to teach English in America to international students from other countries. But as an English teacher, it was a really good opportunity, and I learned a lot from that. Let's back to my classes as a student, and there are many requirements, 1 to 2 required classes every semesters, and of course I have to take an elective class. So it's kind of the same as for Otaru University, and you have requirements and required class and elective classes, and they offer, since our university had only one department, commerce department, but my university has tons of departments, but I could take other department classes, and some of the classes are co-listing classes. For example, like pragmatics were offered in foreign language and literature department. I can take that class, and like sociolinguistic class offered by anthropology department. So most of the classes are co-listing to Department of Linguistics and other departments.